Hello nurses, in this video we gonna solve applied psychology latest previous question paper of 8th Jan 2026. Also this gonna be revision class for applied psychology where I am gonna explain each question answers of this question paper with handwritten notes in a very simple language. So without delay, let's start the video. So before that, don't forget to share and subscribe my YouTube channel and also watch applied psychology anatomy physiology predicted question papers for upcoming June 2026 exam with the link in the description. And also don't forget to watch my important questions video with the link in the description. Always my predicted questions will appear in upcoming RGUHS exams. So for that video you can check the link in the description. You will get more information and proof that my prediction questions will come 100% in upcoming RGUHS exams. So for this time also my predicted questions will coming in upcoming exam of June 2026. So for that also watch my applied anatomy important questions 2026 with the link in the description. So let's start solving this question paper. So our first question is span of attention means for how much time duration a normal person can focus on certain objects like books without distraction or without thinking anything else. Or you can say or span of attention is like a for how much time duration a person can give attention to certain stimuli like books is called span of attention. Okay. So just definitions he asked, what he asked we need to write that much only. Don't write everything you know about the topic. Read the question clearly, what he asked, write that much only, because in the question paper only he clearly mentioned that for a specific question write specific answer only. So if he asked only the definition, just write the definition and move to the next part of the question in which he told about to write factors affecting attention. So let's start doing that. So the factors affecting attentions are divided into two types, that is external factors and internal factors. Whereas external factors means factors present in environment like your friends distracting you from studying, and internal factors are factors which are present in person itself, such as not interested in studies which keep you on avoiding books. So if you are really interested in studies, then automatically you will subscribe my YouTube channel. That means your internal factors are normal, they are not distracting you from studies. Okay. So and the external factors present in the environment includes first one, nature of stimulus. If the object is not attractive, no one can give attention to that object or stimulus. So second one is intensity of stimulus, like loud sound, even you are not interested, you will get distracted and give attention to that loud sound. So the third one is size of stimulus. Larger things which are sufficient to see can get our attention. For example, while you are walking on a road, one big rock will come in front of you suddenly, then you will give attention to it. Or just assume if very small insects will come means we cannot see it clearly, so we don't give attention to it. So this is how this size of the stimulus affects the attention. So next one is contrast, change and novelty. Contrast means comparison between two people or things that shows the difference between them. So for example, everyone wearing school uniforms but one student is wearing color dress will get attention quickly because that one student is different from other surrounding students. So next one is change. For example, every time your parents see you are using mobile phone, but one day they see you are studying book. So this change attracts your parents quickly. So any change in the environment gets our attention quickly. While the other thing is novelty. So the novelty means something new or unusual. For example, a very strict lecturer suddenly start dancing, so everyone will start to give attention to him even before they are not giving attention. When the strict lecturer do something unusual or start dancing suddenly, so everyone will start looking at him and everyone will give attention to him. So next factor is location of stimulus. For example, advertisements given on the front page or on upper half of any page in a newspaper will get more attention. So the next one is repetition of stimulus. For example, if one ad frequently repeatedly comes, then automatically you start giving attention to it. And another example you can take, if any insect repeatedly frequently come and sit on your face, Even though you are busy, you will give attention to it. So now let's move to the next factor, that is movement of stimulus. The object which is moving attracts our attention. Like in movies, if the scene is not changed, the hero is standing at the same position for a hour. Did you watch that movie? Impossible, because static position or a static image cannot attract, cannot sustain our attention. So the object or stimulus which is moving frequently can get and sustain our attention. So for that reason only we watch 2 hour movies without getting distraction, because in movies everything will change very fastly and there will be a movement of stimulus very fast, so that keeps and sustain our attention. So the next thing is definite form of objects. So our mind automatically splits the image we see into background and figure. The object which has meaningful or definite shape will be considered as figure by our brain, and the undefinite shape will be considered as background. And our tendency is to give attention to figure while avoiding background. So the definite shape object which our brain consider as a figure will only get attention by avoiding undefined shape in the background. Undefined shape consider as background. Next one is isolation of stimulus. If in exam teacher tells you to sit single alone in separate bench and separate side of the room, when the squad will come, the squad's attention will be automatically fall on the student sitting separately. That make the squad think the student will mostly do malpractice, so teacher make him sat separately. So this is all about the external factors present in the environment which affects attention. So now let's move to the next type of factors, that is internal factors. That internal factors present inside the person that will affect the attention. In that first one we have interest and attention. If you are not interested in studying, you won't listen to class and you won't give attention to the class. So even if you are watching this video, if you are interested in studies, that's why you are watching this video. If you were not interested in studies, then you may have skipped this video, or you may have watching some reels in which you are interested. So the interest will play a main important role in giving attention. So the next one is motives. Motives like thirst, hunger, etc. If the person is so much hungry, he will start to look for food. At that situation, even your disliked food will catch your attention. Next one is mental setup. A person attends to those objects towards which his mind is set. For example, on the day of examination, even small things related to exam attract students' attention. And another example, during class test, if some teachers are talking about we will postpone this or similar things, suddenly we will give attention to it, thinking that today's test gonna be postponed, so they are discussing about that. So like that, based on the mental setup, we will give attention to the some of the words or some of the stimulus. So then so now let's move to the next one, that is past experience. For example, if you know from past experience that a person is sincere, friendly and believable, we may attention to whatever he advises. And the next one is emotions like fear, anger also influences attention. For example, a person with emotions like anger and jealousy may always look to the bad qualities of his enemies or his opponent. So the next one is habits. Habits make attention almost automatic. When a person repeatedly experiences or does something, the brain becomes trained to notice it quickly without conscious effort. For example, a person who regularly watches reels on YouTube develops a habit of viewing short videos. Even when opening the phone for study, attention automatically shifts to reels. That person during examination, he will open the phone for study, his attention will automatically shifts to reels. So the next one is aim. For example, a student whose aim is to top the examination will always give attention to textbooks, notes and my YouTube channel. So if your aim is to get top in RGUHS exam, then don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay. So the next factor affecting attention is meaningfulness. Meaningful stimuli attract more attention than meaningless stimuli. For example, in a public place, a person behind you tells "excuse me," so you will give suddenly attention to it and look back. In the same situation, if a person speaks something gibberish like "eh, oh, I you so like that," then nobody will give attention to it because it has no meaning. So the stimulus which has meaning will get attention, and the stimulus which is not having meaning, which is meaningless, does not get attention. Next one is disposition and temperament. So disposition means natural interest or natural attraction to certain stimuli like music, dance, etc. For example, a student who has a natural interest in music will quickly attend and notice songs and instruments used in song, and he also recognizes beats used in song and its bpm, that is beat per minutes in music. So they will automatically attend to music and recognize all instrument used in the music, as their natural tendency is to attract to music. So and the next temperament means over emotional nature or behavior patterns such as calm, aggressive, anxious, etc. For example, a person with an irritable temperament quickly pays attention to small disturbances like noise or mistakes while ignoring normal situations. Most of the elderly patients will be having like that only. Even they will notice even small noise or small mistakes and start scolding you. So at that situation we need to stay calm and respond wisely, because their behavior pattern will be like that only. So due to that, even small mistakes or small noise, they will get attracted to it and react to it. So apart from disposition and temperament, there are also many other factors that affects attention like heredity, education, family, school, society and training, etc. So this is all about the first question. Okay, so this is all about the first question, that is long essay question. So now let's move to the next question, that is short essay question, that is factors influencing mental health. In that we have first category biological factors like heredity and hormone levels, physical health and illness will affect the mental health. So for example, if a person leg is fractured, then due to that his mental state will also be become disturbed, as you studied in body mind relationship unit of applied psychology. So the second factor is psychological factor, like self esteem and low confidence. If a person has low confidence and feels hopeless for long time, their mental health can be depressed. And also coping ability affects mental health. The person who does not have capability to cope up with stress, his mental health will be definitely damaged. So whatever the situation or stress in life, don't overthink about it. Why only me, why it's happening, how it happened, that doesn't solve your problem, it make your mental health damaged. So don't look for past, just focus on how to solve the problem and how to get rid of problems. That's it. It will keep your mental health good and your mental hygiene will be maintained. So the next factor is social factors like family relations and social status also affects mental health. So don't take tension about why my social status is low, just focus how to increase my social status. Don't compare with others, just be unique and be confident. This is the way to success and keep mental health good. So the next factor is environmental factors like college, home, neighbor and society. For example, if you are living in an area where always war will be going on or climate will be always bad, flood will be happening regularly and you cannot move to another area, so these type of situations can also affect your mental health. So the last one is lifestyle like sleep. If you are doing regularly night duty, that can cause mental health issues. Okay, so this is all about the second question. So the video is becoming so long. I hope you will discuss all other questions by yourself with the handwritten notes I provided. So it's all easy in psychology for 10 marks. Just focus on cognitive process. For RGUHS Applied Psychology 2026 important questions, click the link in the description. You will get the idea of important questions, and I will be uploading all other question papers so that you will get idea about what all things to write in exam and how to write answers in RGUHS exam. So everything you will get to know. So in upcoming days I will also upload the RGUHS paper presentation video for June 2026 exam. So don't forget to watch that video. So in next video we will also be discussing some other question papers, and to get all previous year question papers of RGUHS applied anatomy, you can click the link in the description to get all subjects including anatomy, physiology, sociology, psychology important questions. Click the link in the description. And to get predicted question papers of all the subjects including anatomy, physiology, sociology, psychology for June 2026 upcoming exam, you can click the link in the description. Okay, so this is all about the solved question papers. As you can see, this is how you need to write your answers in an RGUHS exams. So there is also a paper presentation and things to be considered before writing RGUHS exam. I was made a separate video for that, in which I have clearly discussed about the how to write answers in a question paper, how to organize your answers, and all of the things that should be considered before writing RGUHS exam. I have discussed in that video, so you can click the link in the description to watch that video. So this is all about the solved question paper. So in next video we're gonna solve all other question papers of applied anatomy and applied physiology. And also share this YouTube channel with your friends so that everyone can pass in their exam and everyone can get good marks in their exams. So please share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.